Hello everyone, I'm your boy Ben Boy, and I am joined by Nick or TF Slayer, Brent or TF Crusher, and as a special guest, we have Mike or Mikinger here.
He's also TF Mikinger.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, as of like 2 years ago.
Got TF Mikinger, TF Crusher, TF Slayer, and then there's just Ben Boy.
Yep. I'm here with the fucks, and, no, I'm just kidding. Alright, so, we decided off camera that today we're going to start with the topic, with the genre
There's a lot of
topics.
off-camera speak about some scandals that have been going down, but...
Wow, Mike, we're literally in a game with
PCK.
somebody named Mike Poonslayer. That's interesting.
Where?
To the left of me. Anyway. Oh shit, I forgot the number one rule of my end of doing the podcast. Don't talk about the gameplay. Fuck! Anyway. So we're gonna start off with a genre of topic. Stupid. So does anyone else want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first here, Ben. Alright, so I got a really wild story here, right? So, the genre of this one, you know how you said stupid? Well, I'm gonna add on to this a little bit. It's a stupid marriage proposal gone wrong, alright? So this
Gone
man,
wrong,
this
gone
Pennsylvania
sexual?
man. Oh, no, not him, man. Not yet. We ain't West Virginia now. Sorry, anybody in West Virginia, I just offended
No, West
by that.
Virginia. Yay, 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 yay.
But anyhow, authorities say a Pennsylvania man strangled a woman and then broke her neck, poked her eyes out, and beat her with a hatchet after she rejected his marriage proposal.
I would have done the same thing.
Hold up,
Titty.
time out. The one thing I want to know is, was he proposing with a hatchet or some shit? Like, or did he,
Why
like,
did he have this just handy?
yeah, like, why do you have a hatchet, like, right beside a, no, alright, bitch, whoosh, like, you know, stuck her in the fucking head with it, like, what? One minute, okay, like, down in the comments, this one lady goes, oh yeah, you're, 1 minute, oh, I want to marry you, the next minute, you're not well enough to say, I want to marry you anymore, you just want to fucking stick her in the head with a hatchet, like, what a good husband.
It's kind of like after this happens, the family, like, the cops compile, like, a bunch of like a bunch of people together, stand up against a wall to ID, and he's amongst them, and the cops ask the family, like, which one of these was your, daughter's fiance? And then just like, the camera pans to all the people out there, and then you just hear, one of these things is not like the other.
It's like it pans through everybody, and then all you see is a guy with a hatchet standing there. It's like,
One of these
It's like that
things
motherfucker
is
from
not
Call of Duty Ghosts, remember, like, the Michael Myers mode where you run around with the hatchet?
Oh Jesus, dude, that was ridiculous.
Okay, I have a story after we're done with this one.
Alright, Ben.
Alrighty.
Or Brent, you go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Alrighty. So this one, I'm sure you guys heard many times. This is like a stupid story that happened to me and Nick when we were on vacation.
Oh,
So-
Jesus.
Ben, you've probably heard this before. Mike, you've definitely heard this before. Nick, you were there. So pretty much.
Nick, you were there.
I was
You were the
there
one
on
getting beat
FaceTime.
up.
Okay,
was
so
there on
pretty much,
FaceTime.
we're sitting there, we're having a good time on the beach. We're throwing the baseball around, and then we go back up to our condo. And we're
Hold
like,
up, wait.
"Hey."
He missed out a very vital point of the story. There was these girls, right? 8
No,
floors
no,
up.
I'm getting there. I'm
6...
getting there. I'm getting
Hold
there.
on,
I'm
hold
getting
on.
there.
No,
I'm
no,
getting
no. Hold on. While we were on the beach before we went up, they were shaking their ass and waving, right? So I was waving back, and I was like, Brent, let's go up. And I've been eyeing these girls up for like 2 days now.
Okay.
And
okay,
then,
so
Brett, you can go
I'll
ahead and
continue.
tell the
I'll
story.
continue from there. So basically, we're on our patio, and then we're like, "Hey, you want to go play some more baseball?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And then we see these girls again, and we're like, "Code words blue. If you hear blue, look at the patio." So we're like saying blue left and right. We're like, "Blue, blue, look at their butts. Blue, 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 blue." So
Blue, blue, look
one
at their
point-
butts. Blue, blue, blue. Yep. Seems
So
legit.
pretty much, once we're done, we're like, "Hey, get the room number." So we count over. It was like 6. And then we count up. They were on the 8th floor and the 6th floor. We're like, okay, we're gonna do
Get
this.
a room.
So we're sitting there and we're on the elevator, and we head up, and
I get
I
out.
hit floor 8. I'm standing in the elevator. I said, Nick, I don't want anything to do with this. So I'm staying in the elevator. Nick gets out. I heard. And I hear, hello. And the little sister opens the door. He goes,
Hold
hey,
on, I got this one. I got this from here. Hold up. Okay, so change of perspectives here to my perspective. I'm knocking on the door. This little girl, maybe about 4 or 5 years old, opens up the door, and there must be like 6 or 7 people in this motherfucker, right? They all come peeking out like a bunch of mercats, all at the same fucking time from every different door comes flying open. Like, they thought, like, I was, like, with the lottery and I was giving them $1 million paycheck or some shit. So, they're all standing there. I'm like, so, hey, can, you go get your older sister for me? I want to talk to her. Okay, sure. She closes the door, walks back. The older brother, right? This made you look soccer fag looking motherfucker, alright?
Soccer
yeah.
fag looking
He was.
motherfucker.
Can I help you?
100%
And like with
soccer
this
player.
country accent and shit, like he was some kind of Josh Gallagher or some shit. And he's like, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, can I talk to your sister out there? Can I get her Snapchat? He goes, I'll tell you what, you see her out in public, you can get her Snapchat. But don't you dare come back. I was like, all right, you know, I'll keep her in mind, you know, I'll come back maybe later on and talk to her. He goes, no, don't you come back. I'm like, okay, I'll see you in a little bit. So I walked out.
Okay,
We got
wait. He says,
time out.
I don't want to
Change
see
it
you come back here again. So then he says, see you in a little bit.
Okay, changing perspectives now. I hear, and I don't want you to come back. Shuts the door. Pow! Right in Nick's face. And there was this girl in the elevator with us before, and she hit every single button. And I was like, oh, what an idiot! And
There's like a
all I
17th
heard,
floor building too.
yeah, all I heard was the door open up and go, did you just call me an idiot? And I'm like pressing the door. No, I hear, and he's running to the door, to the elevator. I'm clicking the close button, and all I hear is, I'll get you! And the door shut. So I like barely saw his face. This guy's chasing us now. And we're like, okay, that's over. This is never happening again. We're done. So, next day, whenever we were down there, it wasn't very nice weather. We had a lot of rain. And the one day, it like absolutely stormed. And we were all evacuating back into the hotel because it was like tornado threats and crap like that. So we're getting back into the hotel.
Threats, yeah. They threaten you.
And all I heard, or all I saw was this guy get in the elevator, and I see Nick go, floor 8. And I was like, Nick, please don't tell me this is him. And he goes, you know what floor I'm going to, don't you? And I was like, oh, shit. So he's in the elevator with us, and I'm
Yeah, I
sitting
hit
there
the
like, I
button
don't
for
know.
him, like, floor 8, and he goes, oh, you know what, what floor I'm on? I go, yeah, I know what room you're in, too.
I'm sitting there trying to act like I don't know him, and he goes, you! And I was like, I don't know this kid. He goes, okay. So, anyway, don't you dare talk to my sister again. And I was like,
so how
oh
old
my
is
God.
your sister? 14, 15? He's like, how about you don't worry about it? You're lucky my dad wasn't there to beat your ass. And I was like, well, okay. So how old is she now? And then, as he's getting off, he goes, don't you dare come back. I was like, all right, I'll see you around. Them, very good.
Anyway,
Go from there.
timeout. Ben, there's something happened with my game.
What do you mean?
I'm not supposed to talk about the gameplay.
I'm sorry, but right now I'm looking at a blank screen.
Might just be loading in, I don't know.
I don't know.
You're still in the game, so I can tell you that.
Okay. Anyway, so basically we're walking through the town the one night because our condo is like right next to a big like a little area. So we're sitting there, we're talking, we're like, hey, yeah. And we walk up this road and see an amazing Corvette. It was beautiful. Stingray, it was beautiful. So there's a bench right next to it. So we put our feet in the bush, and we're sitting on this bench looking at the road. And all I heard was, oh yeah. He's walking behind us. I was like, who's that Pakistani idiot? So I turned around, and I was like,
that Pakistani idiot.
I was like, Nick, run. He goes, why, you idiot? I was like, I don't know why we got southern accents while we were down there. We were there for a week.
Dude, the last day we were down there, we were speaking like Hicks. We had lost our Pennsylvania accents.
We were
It was
like,
bad.
yeah.
But anyhow, he goes, Nick, run. I look left. I'm like, oh, hey, there's a
No,
motherfucker.
listen, no, this is my point of view. This
I
is my
look
point
right,
of view.
Brent's already halfway down the fucking block. I'm like, holy no, shit.
I turn around. I see the guy from 806. I was like, Nick, run. He goes, why, you idiot? And I didn't even hear him say that because I'm already halfway down the street because Nick's still sitting on the bench. And he turns around and I hear, wait for me! I'm screaming on the road. I'm like on the street because I'm trying to pass the people on the sidewalk. And oh my god.
The thing was, I had the room key, so I don't know where the hell he was going. Oh shit, Brent fucking lagged out. Oh no. Brent's mic died.
Who's the new party leader? Please don't say it's me.
You.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, but anyhow, so that was pretty funny. That was our trip down there. So, Ben, you go ahead and tell one of your stories now.
Okay.
Well, I want to get him. I want to get Brent back in here. Alrighty, some technical difficulties later, and we're back. So, Mike.
Okay.
Alright,
so this is like multiple stories, but they all like combine, like they're about the same thing. So, one night I'm driving home from work, or no, I remember, it was daytime because it was Labor Day and we closed early that day. So I'm driving home from work, and there's this road, it's like really close to my house. It's like right down the road from my house. And it's a residential road, and the speed limit in PA is 25 miles per hour on a residential road. And I'm going like 30 just because I'm looking down the road and there's no one coming. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to give it a little gas. Okay, so I hit like 30, which is not that bad. And so there's this guy that lives like right on this house, like at the end of the street. And he looks at me and he goes, "Slow down! Slow down!" And I didn't even do anything to him. I just ignored him and just kept driving. And that made me angry because, you know, I don't want to listen to some
slow the
guy.
fuck down, boy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I'm not like really into speed.
I have to tell you guys the story about that.
I'm not really. I'm actually gonna tell them the one about you, Nick. But anyway.
No, there's another one too.
Okay, but anyway, like I'm not really big into speeding, you know. So it's like, you know, I'm not really gonna listen to that guy tell me like to slow down because, you know, even if I was into speeding, I'm not gonna have like some idiot tell me what to do, you know. So basically, this guy made me mad, and one of my friends, and I'm not gonna say his name, but Brent and Nick, you know who this guy is. Okay, he's one of my good friends.
With us, Brent. He drives the Jeep. Don't say his name.
Okay.
He's one of my good friends, and he drives this ginormous Jeep. Okay, it's spray painted black.
I wouldn't say it's ginormous.
Wait, hold up.
No.
By spray painted black, do you actually mean like legitimately spray paint?
It's legit spray paint.
Yes.
It's like
There's
a matte
somebody
black
in my
spray
trailer park that spray painted their truck. We call her Prostitute Trump. That's another story for another day.
This Jeep, okay, it's spray painted black. He originally spray painted it, but it now has bed liner on it.
Oh man, bed liner. God damn, he's a pimp. Anyway.
And it does now, but at the time of this happening, it did not have an exhaust pipe, which if you don't know anything about cars, that makes them very, very loud, okay? And this is a ginormous SUV with a V6 engine without an exhaust pipe. It is freaking loud, okay? So, we're driving around one night, and I'm like, hey, there's this guy coming up, lives right by me. And I told him, like, I told my friend, like, what he did to me. I was like, we should, like, mess with him. Okay. So, I told him, do a burnout right at his house. Okay.
Hey,
so
yo, Squidward, hit a burnout!
So we stop at the end of his road and are getting ready to do the burnout. He is outside of his house talking to this guy in a truck. Like, this guy's in a truck, and the guy that lives at this house that told me to slow down is, like, leaned up on the driver window, like, talking to the guy in the truck. And so we didn't really realize that, though. So this kid does an extreme burnout, very loud, almost hits the guy.
Oh damn!
And the guy, his windows were down, and the guy literally looks right at him and goes, "Right here, motherfucker, right here!" and my friend goes, "Shut up!" And I look in the rearview mirror, and this guy's in the middle of the road yelling stuff, pointing his finger at us, and I'm like, "Oh my
Which
god!"
finger? Was it the middle one?
His pointer finger, like as if he's like yelling at us in the middle of the road. Okay.
I can see
And
this.
that
I
made it
can
even
see.
worse.
I can see who this friend was. I can see him just going, "Shut up."
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's
Them like
that's the
blowing a
way he-
vape cloud.
Shut up.
Vape Nation.
And okay, so then another friend who drives a Volkswagen Passat.
Whoa, he's a badass.
Trust me, he acts like it. Oh, you know him. It's the guy who made the Pepsi Boy emblem.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay, so anyway, he's taking me home one day, and I was like, hey, let's stop at this guy's house and do the same thing. We're about to do a burnout, but then this guy's van pulls into his driveway. And so we just gas the thing. We just floor it up the road. Okay, and then I also did one with Nick the other day. Nick does, okay, he tries to do a burnout on the first attempt, and he does not succeed. So he turns, but he made a lot of noise though with revving the car. So we go around and try it again. And this time he left out a pretty big burnout. And dude, now this guy is the target. Like, anytime we pass his house, we freaking...
Okay, I'll explain what I
either
did
do
in
a
my car.
burnout,
So I gas braked, slowly let off the off the brake, yanked the fucking wheel, and it just fucking went, dude. It fucking sent it.
Yeah. So every time me or one of my friends go by this guy's house, we either do a burnout, rev the engine, or like gas, like put the pedal to the floor up his road, because here's the thing, like, he didn't really make me that angry when like he told me to slow down, you know, like, because I only originally
piss somebody off.
Yeah, I just wanted to like do it to him one time, like give him a burnout one time, but then he tried to fight my freaking friend. He goes, "Right here, right here." like as in like he wanted to fight him. So I'm like, you know what, let's just mess with this guy every time we go past his house. So
yeah,
I
imagine that this guy looks like fucking Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
From what?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh yeah, he probably
He's
does.
that Italian guy with a wife beater.
He does. He does.
He wears sweatpants and fucking flip-flops, has a hairy chest.
He does look like him. I haven't watched that show in a while.
Going off Mike's story a little bit. So there's another guy who does the same shit. So I was driving up to my boy Mitzi's house, right? And I got whipped off twice, okay, because I was driving pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. Anyhow, so he had his leaf blower, and he's blowing leaves all over the fucking road, right? So I come for him past it probably about 50 and a 35, blow all his leaves all over his fucking yard again, and he was fucking furious. He's whipping me the finger and yelling shit. And I had the radio up to like 30 something, so I didn't hear what the fuck he was saying, but he was pretty fired up, man.
Yo, what is going on? What is going?
You're fine.
But Ben, do you have a story you wanted to say?
Yeah. Alright, so get this shit, right? Y'all know that I'm a current events type of guy. Alright. Y'all know that the Xbox, Jesus Christ. There's so much shit coming out with X's that I can't keep track of it. The iPhone X just came out. This was posted on November 6, 2017. I titled it, iPhone X's camera may be a little too good. The new front-facing iPhone X camera is such good quality that people like Gracie Morris on Twitter asks, "Why the iPhone X camera quality better than my actual eyes?" This camera quality has people worried that they once looked beautiful before, now they're gonna look ugly with the new clarity of the camera.
If it's clear, that means your true ugliness it will come out in you.
it's just like I don't like.
Oh,
I don't even know what to say. It's like, really?
Yeah,
You're
there's
getting
nothing to say to
butthurt
that.
over a fucking camera? Like, people are genuinely pissed at Apple, and I don't understand it.
That's like
Tell
stupid.
them-
You know, people ask for better quality in cameras, and then they're like, it comes
And when they
out,
get
and
it,
it's
they're like, no, I'm ugly! Fucking off yourself, Apple!
This is why I don't take pictures of myself, only other people
Yeah,
or
dude.
things.
My phone updated today, and literally, like, everything's updating recently. Like, World War II had an update, fucking, my phone had an update, my laptop had an update, and, like, since my phone updated, with my phone update, also Snapchat had an update, and in the Snapchat update, it switched my default camera to the fucking front-facing one, so, like, every time I open Snapchat, I see my ugly mug, and it's like, no, stop, please.
Hey, you can ask Brent and Nick. When was the last time you guys got a picture of me on Snapchat?
I've never. I don't even. Never.
last week in school.
What?
I got tons of pictures of you.
What? I love that reaction. What?
Well, no. One from me, I'm saying.
Oh, never.
Because other people have taken pictures of me, but one from me, Brent or Nick has never gotten one. Because I do not take pictures of myself. It's freaking dumb. And these people that are complaining about the camera are dumb. Okay.
Yeah, alright, so the next one that I have on my list is really fucking stupid. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wrap both of these up into one. Jesus, whose mic is that?
Mike,
Please
fix
calm
your
down.
fucking mic, Mike.
Damn.
Wait, was that mine?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Dude,
'cause
stop
I was-
fucking living in Tornado Alley, motherfucker.
On it or
What?
some shit.
The problem
Alright.
was that I was switching from the stock PlayStation mic to Brent's Turtle Beach mic that he gave me. So
Mm.
Oh. Alright, well, here's the, I'm gonna tell these one after another, okay? So, I'm gonna go the one that's not as stupid and the worst of stupidity, alright? So we have, y'all know what Hidden Valley is, right? You guys know what
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Yeah. Well,
Hold the
guess
mic away
what?
from your mouth before I fucking shove it down your throat.
Well,
Sorry.
guess who added a new item to their online store?
Coles.
I assume
Hidden
Valley?
fucking Valley, dude. You wanna know what that item was?
Golf balls.
Apples.
You can buy an entire mini keg of ranch dressing for $50, not including
Dude, I'm buying
shipping.
that. I'm buying that.
You could
Who
buy a
wouldn't wanna-
fucking mini keg, all right?
Who
Here, I
wouldn't
have.
want a mini keg of ranch, bro?
Here,
Ranch
I
is
have.
good.
Here, I
That's
have
good for
some
Little Caesar's
details.
pizza.
All right. Hidden Valley just upped the serving size. This is November 7th, 2017. Hidden Valley, the creators of ranch dressing, have given ranch fans a new toy. Hidden Valley has released a mini keg available for purchase, full of ranch dressing. If you're looking to get your hands on one, you can order it online for, without incorporating the shipping, $50.
I'm down.
Alright. The next one is even worse. This is probably
Oh, boy.
the stupidest thing. Like, literally KYS kid levels of, like, I wanna die.
Come here.
November 8th, 2017. Gears
About
of War
Superman.
is coming to real life, according to USA Today. USA Today posted a 2-minute video showcasing the Ruger AR-556, which was the weapon of choice of the Texas church shooter. In this video, they showcased the different attachments on the rifle. They first listed the 100-round magazine, then the Master Key underbarrel shotgun, then a trigger crank, you know, basic, realistic, like, actual real-life attachments. And then, all of a sudden in this video, from out of left field, or in this case from the bottom of the screen, comes literally a fucking depiction of a chainsaw bayonet being attached to the bottom of the rifle.
What?
Literally, it's like a mini fucking chainsaw attached to a square, and then they attached it to the bottom of the gun. This is an official news outlet, USA Today. An official fucking news outlet posted this. They need whoever let that slide needs to be fucking fired, like on the pronto.
What happened?
Oh my god.
I'm not repeating myself.
They made a gun from Halo.
Gears of War, but yeah.
Gears of War. I'm sorry.
Wait, so what was like going on again? What were they trying to recreate?
They weren't trying to recreate anything. They were
They
showcasing. Well, they were showcasing the Ruger AR-556, which was the assault rifle that the Texas church shooter used, and they were showing off like all the dangerous attachments that it can have on it, and then just completely out of left field, they just start throwing the chainsaw bayonet at us. Like a completely fabricated depiction of a chainsaw bayonet. Like, I don't even understand who allowed that to go up on there. Like, whoever it was needs to be either shot or fired.
Shot with that gun.
Yeah, shot with the gun and then have their corpse mutilated by the chainsaw bayonet. Like, come on now. Alright.
Suffocate them with a Gears of War case.
Yeah. Does anybody have any other short, stupid stories they would like to share?
This one time I met Brent, dumbest human being I've ever met.
My last name. You get my last name. Come on.
Don't worry. I'll like cut the
That's gonna
audio
be
out of.
edited out.
Yeah, I'll cut the audio out of the last name, but that was fun. All right. So what did we say we're doing next? Murder or movies?
Murder.
I
Movies.
have one
Please
for
do
each.
movies.
All right.
Please do movies.
We'll do movies then
Yeah,
murder.
Oh,
Alright.
you said murder in the fucking intro.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then we'll do murder first.
Fine.
Alrighty, so...
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, host migration, lol. Not supposed to talk about the game. Anyway, the murder topic is, on November 6, 2017. 2 children murdered by a car in Australia.
By a
Fucking
car?
Aussies.
Was it
Yep.
like
Probably the
Christine, like...
Subaru.
Do they mean like they were hit by a car? Like the car got a knife and was like dum 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 and like
Yeah, like, did you ever see the,
Did, like, the
knife
car-
and went
did the
dun,
car
dun,
gain
dun.
limb? Did the car like gain limbs and like freaking shoot the kids, or did like somebody hit them with the car?
Somebody hit them with
See,
a
what
car.
happened was,
Oh,
this
God.
car
Somebody
hit a
the
telephone
kids. The
pole,
car
and the
didn't
telephone
murder.
pole knocked out a kangaroo. Then the kangaroo kingdom got pissed off and started kicking the shit out of kids, and that's what killed the kids. They got kicked the shit out of by kangaroos. Joey was not having their shit today.
Alrighty.
Alright, continue.
2 children were killed and many more were injured when a car swerved off the road and crashed into a demountable classroom. Now I had no fucking idea what a demountable classroom was. So a demountable classroom is a temporary building used to house a classroom and is used when there is space needed for a surplus of students. The 2 children who passed away were around
It's
the
a
age of
pop-up
8.
tent.
But many more were injured. The vehicle was a Toyota Kluger. Now, have you...
Toyota Kluger.
Nah, that's the name of the car. And if you've ever seen one of these motherfuckers, they are massive SUVs. Like, they are ridiculously huge. Like, I've seen pictures of these demountable buildings. They're basically like the metal equivalent of paper mache. Like, that car would have completely plowed through the entire thing.
Yeah, but some kids got in the way.
Yeah, but some kids got in the way.
Wow.
Hey man, you can make any joke about anything on here. It's fucking good. Alright.
Kids got him.
But some kids got in the way. Alrighty, so are we ready for a movie topic?
Okay.
Movie related.
I call going first on the movies.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, so this isn't a movie about a movie. This is what happened at the movies.
Okay.
So, me and my friend, we
This is
went to
about
go
you
see.
finger banging your ex.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Jesus Christ.
Brent's just not having a very good time. I mean, he just keeps getting made fun of.
I was making fun of him. I was congratulating him, dude.
You didn't
That-
say it was with a male or a female, so.
Oh,
a
that's
female.
true.
She's
Okay.
definitely.
I'm calling it was with
illegal,
it was with a transvestite.
Yeah, it was you. Shut up. All right, go ahead, Brett.
Sorry.
And, oh my god. Anyway, so me and my friend, we went to go see this movie yesterday. Do you guys know Medea's,
Medea?
Yeah.
Medea?
Yeah.
No, listen,
Medea?
in the movie,
The big
in the
black
movie-
lady, Medea?
In the movie, they literally say Medea. And I asked 15 other people
Well,
and they say
they
Medea.
some broken ass wrong fucking.
Up there's the N-word.
There it is!
Okay. Anyway, speaking of that, so there's these. We pull up to the movies, and
You
There's
pull,
these two
you
black
hold on,
people
wait,
sit-
you Pollock to the movies? I'm
we
offended.
pull up to the movies in my vehicle.
Okay.
His parents' vehicle. Go ahead.
My
Roasted.
okay, Nick. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know
It's
how
alright,
you
Brent,
felt
continue.
literally when every time somebody said "mommy's car" to you.
Yep. I almost killed
Yeah, so
myself
shut up.
over it, so.
Cancer charity Mercedes. That's what Nick
Mike-
told me.
Alright, can the man tell his fucking story without stroking his cock? Alright, let's go.
Anyway, we pulled up and we got out, and all I heard was I looked over and saw these two black people. What movie we
Whoa!
going to see?
Wait, what
Did you just assume their color?
No, that's not at all what I'm laughing about. He said, we pull up, and we got out. No shit! You sat in the car for 4 hours!
Yeah.
Okay,
He
I'm
went
sorry.
to
Drive-in
Continue.
movies.
Yeah, that's
We
what
got
I was
out.
gonna say.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Continue, please.
so anyway, these two black people were outside. They were like, "What movie we going to see?" I don't know, bro. What movie we going to see? I don't know. They were like in their 50s. It was the funniest crap ever. So we're like dying because we have like the same sense of humor, and we were freaking dying. And we walk in and we go, "2 for this movie, please." And they go, "Okay." So we get in the movie theater. I go, I would laugh so hard if they walk into the movies right now and sit next to us. What do you know? Bro, I think this movie was perfect to see. This is right about us. And I was like, oh my god. So we're sitting there, and Nick, you would know what I'm talking about, and Mike. But Ben, whenever the movie starts up, the surround system goes all around you.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like going
Yeah.
around you. And these black people go, oh no! And they stand up and walk out. It's like, what the
Did it
So-
freak him out? Like,
It
what?
freaked them out because they thought we were behind them going all around you, and they were like, so they stood up and walked out. Like 5 minutes later, there's this trailer playing. It's like, it looks like a Michael Bay movie. Like there's people shooting guns off of trains are blowing up, fireworks everywhere, and then it's like music's building up, sprinting's happening, music's building up, and all you see is blackness, and then the music stops, and you hear,
Blackness,
wow!
did them people come back?
And all you hear is up from the front. All you hear is, "Wow, I see
How do you see
And then the
blackness?
movie
Blackness
turns
ain't a
back
real color. It's just a shade that you can't see.
Can we like block him out of this freaking party? Okay, can we make one rule, please? If somebody's talking, can we like not interrupt every single freaking word that they say? Because I've had that every single story I've told now.
Alrighty, well, the black people enjoyed the movie, and there was no racism. Alright, so, movie topic. This was discovered November 9th, 2017. How do you hide an iconic movie prop like the Millennium Falcon?
Put a tarp over it.
Apparently, only half cover it with a tarp and surround it by shipping containers. Because
Seems legit.
fans of the famous Star Wars franchise have found the Millennium Falcon while scouring Google Maps. It has been spotted just off the M3 highway in Surrey, England. Once it was found, people started going to the location, taking screenshots left and right. By going to the location, I mean on Google Maps and taking screenshots left and right, not actually driving to the location. And then going hog wild tweeting at Star Wars, and it kind of pissed Star Wars off.
We found your shit, motherfucker. It ain't in George Lucas's backyard. Y'all fucking lying.
Nah, it's in his neck. That's just a fake ass bitch.
Did you know that fucking Endor was recorded in his backyard?
Did you know that Endor was recorded in his hairy forested butt crack?
Yeah, actually, that's where they're racing speeder bikes up his ass crack.
No, his ass crack was where the final scene of before they blow up the Death Star when he has to fire the torpedoes into the vent. It's a very blocky ass crack. It's basically Minecraft in that bitch.
Alright.
You're trying to shave your ass, but you can't, like, finesse your way in there, so you just start taking strokes. Just leave blocks. Not good.
Alright, so I'm next, I'm guessing, or...
Sure.
Yeah.
If you have a story.
Okay.
Related
So-
to movies.
It's not so much like a story, it's more of like a discussion type thing, but...
Okay.
Will that, like, be acceptable, or...
Sure. Go
No.
for it. No.
Okay,
No. Fuck you.
Okay, so... I think Nick knows this, Ben might... I don't know about Brent, but, like, I'm a huge movie fan. I own about 300 Blu-rays. No joke, I can send you a
Okay,
picture
hold on.
if you want.
You just went full fucking Trump. You didn't even say huge. You said huge. I know. I have a huge.
You cheated
movie
looking ass
collection.
motherfucker. Well, at least you're about 300 pounds lighter than him. He's eating good on that president's salary.
Anyway.
No more.
So yeah, I own about 300 Blu-rays. Movies are pretty much my main hobby. So
No life.
obviously, knowing that I have like 300 Blu-rays, you guys know that like my main way of watching movies is on physical format. And the thing is like, obviously, like we live in an age where movies and TV shows are like streamed on Netflix, Hulu.
Footlocker.is.
Okay, that's illegal. I'm talking about the legal streaming services. And basically,
Rule 34. Yeah, I know that movie site.
okay, so basically,
Or
like,
free movies.
I prefer to watch movies on physical format. Because people may argue like it's more convenient, more cheaper to watch it on a streaming service, but like the way I look at it, I can watch a movie whenever the hell I want. I don't need internet.
I can too. On
I'm an independent black
alluc.com.
woman who don't need no fucking stream service.
Like I own it for the rest of my life. Because like Netflix, like they have movies on there for like
Yeah, I had to
months.
pay shit for mine. You probably spent $1,500 at least.
Oh yeah, over the years I probably spent about $2,000 on my Blu-ray collection, but it's. I feel like our age is not very familiar with physical format, but let me ask you this:
Yeah.
why do you like, or how do you guys think movies should be watched, as far as your own personal preference?
I like.
don't give a fuck.
I like physical, like copy, like an actual DVD.
Yeah, it's kind of way I am.
Because every single time I've watched a movie on like my Amazon Fire Stick, it lags.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to worry about like connections and shit, and we live
Yeah,
in
See,
like,
I
fucking nowhere
have-
in Pennsylvania, so there's never
Although
real,
mine's
real
jailbroken,
connections.
so that might also be something bad. But like,
Okay, we're talking about Putlocker, Jailbroken, alluc.com, whatever
Yo,
Ben said.
speaking of like free bootleg
you want some
illegal
free shit? Listen to this stream. We don't give out
speaking
free
of-
DVD or free T-shirts. We give out free
Speaking of illegal
movies.
free shit, my experience with Star Wars 7 was ruined because the first time I watched it and the only time I watched it was on this like English-speaking frickin' Pakistani subtitled like shitty quality.
I've
Looks like
seen
you
those
point a
before.
phone
Yeah.
at the movie screen quality. And
That
it's
actually,
terrible.
dude, no. That
Yeah, that's
actually
like
probably.
actually-
Yeah, because let me tell you this, when movies are still in theaters and they're on like illegal websites, it's literally that's what it is. It's a person with a camcorder or a phone in a movie theater recording it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not even.
terrible.
Yeah.
Alright. So we have reached
What the hell is that?
right around 42 minutes. Yeah, boy! Alright. We've reached around 42 minutes, and I want to get all of my gaming news out of the way. So we're going to move on to the gaming topic now, alright? So I'm just going to lightning round through these. I'm going to give a moment to pause for you guys to say that you want to
Talk
comment
some
about it.
bullshit.
But other than that, we're just gonna speed run through these. So we're gonna start with a kind of stupid gaming one. Let's see here. Where was it? Okay. On November 8th, 2017, Bowser Master Wedding Planner. Players of Super Mario Odyssey have noticed the attention to detail that Nintendo have taken in making the Bowser's wedding scene look like a legit quote-unquote dream wedding. When Mario shows up to the wedding in a wedding dress, Bowser actually takes time out of the encounter to compliment him on his dress.
Oh my god. I swear to god, if this turns into like one of them homo things, like
Wow.
A fan fiction
Wow.
Mario X Bowser.
like
Let's
is
make
Mario
it happen.
homo? Like what?
But that's just a theory again. No, I'm just kidding.
See, I think
I
if
swear to
Fag
God, if this
Mario
turns
wants to be
into another
Fag Mario, he should be
Burt
Wario,
you-
the upside down Mario, because he's ass backwards just like Mario.
Yo, freaking Bert and Ernie, that made me angry. So like, if this is gonna happen again, like I'm
What's
done.
wrong with Bert and Ernie? Are they like
Gay.
gay or something?
Alrighty.
Well, why do you care if they're gay or not?
I don't. I'm just saying, like, people are making inanimate objects freaking gay.
Yeah. Alright,
Well,
so...
what if they want to do that?
Alright, so...
Well, inanimate objects.
I'm
they
gonna
don't have feelings.
I'm gonna write a script. It's gonna be called Nick Bose and Brent, the gay love story.
That's
No,
not.
because those are actually things. Like these are inanimate characters that they're making feelings.
Well, I'll
for.
make it an animated movie featuring
It's called
Nick and Brent.
hentai, and it is art. Alrighty.
And it is art.
Yep. Alright. So, on November 8th, 2017, Link's new Breath of the Wild outfit looks familiar to most people. Link in the new Zelda game Breath of the Wild has a new outfit that hardcore Nintendo fans have immediately recognized. To celebrate the new release of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Nintendo Switch, a new quest has been added to the game. Upon completion of this quest, you will receive the outfit of Rex from Xenoblade for Link to wear. I figured none of you guys knew what any of that is, but
Hell
said it.
no. Sounds
I
like
just
some
wanna-
bullshit.
I just wanted to mention it to anybody watching the podcast who actually does know what any of that is. So there you go. There's some
If you'd rather
news that
see
you
some
may or may
titties,
not
hit
have
that like
known.
button.
Shut up, Nick. Alrighty. November 7th, 2017.
For every like, there could be
This
some
this
titties.
this kind of makes me happy because they've only ever made like one game that I've ever liked. But Telltale Games is getting the piss beat out of them. The Walking Dead developer Telltale Games is taking massive layoff hits. So far, the grand total has come up to 25% of the staff. That totals to about 90 employees. The only reason given for this was comprehensive company restructuring. This basically translates to them doing fewer games with a smaller team. I guess to reduce costs for paying people's salaries or something. So, you know, that kind of sucks for the people that are getting...
Wait, are they the ones that make the animated Walking Dead series games?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love those. You see the third one's out?
I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna stream that on my channel if anybody wants to see it.
Okay, if you guys really want to hear after I'm done with my fucking gaming news, I can tell you why I hate them. But, so here, and then these last two I'm just gonna do right after each other real quick because they both tie into each other very well. Are they both on November 6th? No, the first one is on the 6th and the second one is on the 8th. Of course, Xbox isn't ready at release again. Because with the Xbox One, you know, they had, like, updates galore, and it took people forever to be able to play Xbox One on release. Because they had to actually make their console work with software updates. Well, this is no different. The Xbox One X had released, and fans worldwide were not surprised when they had to wait a varying degree of time for a patch update to be added to the software to make sure that the console can even function. The update is reported to be an entire 750 megabytes.
Jesus.
That's not bad.
And then the next one tying into that is, surprise! The Xbox One X has no storage space. The Xbox One X has the Xbox One X has 1 terabyte of data on the console's hard drive. Once you download all the updates it had at the beginning, it's already halfway full. Eurogamer.net posted a screenshot of their Xbox space. The screen showed that with no games at all downloaded, the total space taken up was 78.6%.
Wow.
That's not
See,
surprising.
that's one thing that pisses me off about these new goddamn systems. Ben, you remember our Xbox 360s?
Yeah.
You never had to delete anything on your 360. We had a
No.
4 gigabyte 360, and the goddamn thing lasted us all we ever needed. We probably had like 50 to 100 fucking games on that thing. Probably
Yeah, my
closer to 100.
PS3 was like that.
Yeah, PS3 was like that. Those were 4 gigabyte systems, people. Okay, you remember PS2s, Mike? Remember our 16
Oh, yeah.
megabyte like little thumb cards?
Yeah.
Literally, that stored maybe about 6 fucking games on it. Okay, that was megabytes. You
Yeah.
got a fucking GTA now that takes up 60 to 70 fucking gigabytes. Okay, that's ridiculous. Alright, what do we need all that extra bullshit for? We were happy with our little 16 megabyte memory card, and you're over here jacking us off with fucking only being able to download 3 games at a time, and it takes
Well,
like
what if,
6
like,
fucking hours to download.
I feel like maybe it's because the graphics have become so much more like...
Well, they shouldn't screw me over and only be able to
Just
download
put it this
3.
way.
They should compensate and give me 10 terabytes.
If they would have to do that, they should make something to compensate it.
Well, here's the way I'd like... Okay, let's use like video for example. Like if you have a 360p video, it's probably going to be very small in file size. But if you have like a half an hour long, like 4K video, it's going to be like a couple gigabytes. So I feel, and like back then, PS2 games were like so, like the graphics were terrible. But nowadays you got like these freaking like revolutionary graphics and stuff and.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying there, but I mean, still, we need something to compensate for that. Like, even if we do go out and buy, like, an ulterior motive, like, you know what I mean? Like, go buy that extra 5 terabytes or 1 terabyte or wherever they sell. I'm not even sure. But, like, that still isn't enough. Like, 1 terabyte's like, oh, yeah, that's fucking huge. Yeah, not really, you know what I mean? Like,
remember the guy at Best Buy, Nick?
Oh yeah, man, I got the 1 terabyte Xbox. You can't download shit on that 500 gig.
I have a 5 terabyte PS4.
You have a what?
5 terabyte PS4.
And is that all PlayStation? Or
What do you mean? No, it's like it's I think it's called like Nyko or something like that.
yeah, exactly. So like what we're saying here is like, well, what I'm referring to is PlayStation doesn't offer you shit. You have to go out and buy something from another company to put into it. Like
I think they do
PlayStation should
offer.
have like how
I think they do
Xbox
offer
had it, where
external hard drives. It's just you have
Yeah,
to go
they-
out and
that's-
actually buy them and attach them.
Nyko is partnered with Sony. I'm 90% sure.
okay. But still,
Alright.
it's
So I
not
think
like PlayStation
it's-
4 built just for it. You know what I
Alrighty,
mean?
boys, we're 51 minutes in, so
We're
if
about to
you...
get 50 more minutes on how PlayStation's bullshit. All right.
No. So I'm just gonna ask, do you guys want to hear the quick rendition of the story as to why I hate Telltale games?
I would love to.
Sure. Yes.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So setting is back the year, I don't remember the year, that the first Walking Dead game released. Alright. First Walking Dead game.
2013.
Okay, yeah. First Walking Dead game hadn't even come out yet, because if I remember correctly, it came out late in the year. Okay? Early in the year, a gem of a game that I thought that was so fucking amazing comes out, called Army of Two: The Devil's Cartel.
Oh yeah, that was a
This
good one.
game was such a good game that it was pretty much a shoo-in for Game of the Year, at least a nomination. I thought it was actually going to win Game of the Year, right? We go all the way through the year, and everyone's talking about Army of Two, Devil's Cartel, Game of the Year, Game of the Year, Game of the Year. I thought it was going to be amazing, right? THQ was losing money. If this game got Game of the Year, it would guarantee that we would get a sequel to Army of Two, the Devil's Cartel. Whole year goes by.
Wasn't the Devil's Cartel a sequel to another Army of Two game?
Yeah, there was Army of Two, the 40th Day, and then Army
Oh, but you're
of...
saying like there would have been
sequel-
another one.
Yeah, there would have been another one after the
Okay.
Devil's Cartel, because the Devil's
Okay.
Cartel actually ends in a cliffhanger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this was going to be Game of the Year. I was going to get another Army of Two game. I was happy. End of the year rolls around. The Walking Dead comes out. Everyone's blown away by it. Gets fucking Game of the Year. THQ dies. The end. That's why I hate the video game side of The Walking Dead. I have nothing against the show. I've never watched the show. Kind of don't want to watch it, but at the same time, I have nothing against it.
Honestly, I love the game. Just like I love the way it plays out. Like I have the playthrough like on my channel. Like I really like the game. Now I don't really like the company for, you know, well, I mean, it's nothing really against the company. It's not their fault. It just kind of happened that way. But honestly, I love playing that game. It's really fun. I can't stand the movie, but I love the game.
I tried playing it, but like the way I like games is I like realistic games, and like zombie games and stuff like that just isn't for me. So I
Yeah,
wasn't
like,
huge on it.
I understand what you're saying by that, but I mean, I absolutely hate zombie games myself, but I like that one. There was something to it. It just kind of seemed pretty cool, you know what I mean?
Like I
Yeah,
tried it and I just couldn't get into it, you know. I'm like hardcore realistic games. Like that's why I'm trying to get into Fortnite, but I don't know how well I'm gonna do with it because it's like not a realistic game. It's like cartoonish.
Mm.
But I heard it's a hit, so.
I love the concept of zombies, and I love like zombie movies, but I never liked zombie games because everyone that I've played are not good. But I still want to play the Last of Us and Dying Light. Those are two that I still haven't played.
Well,
but...
neither.
Last
Well,
of Us
Dying
I've
Light is,
played.
but The Last of Us isn't even a zombie game. They're not even really zombies. I mean, yeah, they're basically zombies, but they're not. They're not like undead, supposedly.
Yeah.
They're technically dead, but they're not necessarily brought back to life either. They're humans who have died that have been taken over by a fungal parasite. So they're kind of zombies, but not really.
So kind of like the guy who snorted bath salts, like fucking 2010 and started eating people down in
Yeah,
fucking
pretty
Florida,
much.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's why
Alrighty,
we
boys,
can't
we've
have
hit the
bath salts and
55-minute mark,
fucking Bed Bath &
so
Beyond
I
anymore.
have to wrap up the podcast.
Or Bath
So,
and Body Works one day.
Thank you to Brent, TF Crusher, Nick, TF Slayer, and Mike Mikinger for joining me for another installment of the BBN Podcast. I have to do my little plug here. If you pledge a minimum of $2 a month to me on Patreon, you get access to the live version of every single podcast. And if you send me a donation of $1 or more, you get access to the very next live version of the podcast after you donate. And what the live access to the podcast does is allows you to incorporate your own 2 cents into the topics and get to talk about your thoughts on stories and topics, and you get to throw in your 2 cents, which is pretty cool. So, thank you all so much for watching.
$20, you can have a special
Shut up.
thing with just me and Ben where we sit here and we bitch at each other. And you can tell me how racist I am and how you hate me.
Alrighty,
Yo.
For $100, you get to get mugged by all 4 of us. So.
Alrighty. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for listening to the BBN
Give me your social security
podcast.
number and I'll make your life change forever.
I'll talk to you all in the next podcast. Bye-bye.